Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and motivational speaker. It's travel day! How do you find the best sites to travel to around the world? Is there a trick to it? Is there a trick to finding the best travel sites in the world? How in the world do you do that? I mean, you think about all the places to go on the planet. Where do most Americans think of to go first? Well, I want to go to Europe, to London, to Paris, to Prague, to whatever. Totally cool, but the planet is bigger than Europe, people. Okay, so one of the tricks that I've used for travel in the years that I've been doing this, and I've been doing this international travel for quite a long time, is to use, and I'll show you a book here that I'll leave a reference to below, our World Heritage Sites. Now, this is a pretty good reference book. It is a good start. You can check out the reference sites online, but they are called the Unesco or UNESCO, depending on who you ask, heritage sites. Currently, as of the printing of this book in 2018, there are 1,073 sites according to them. So, Aaron, I've never heard of these UNESCO heritage sites. What is this? Glad you asked. So, UNESCO is the United Nations Educational Scientific, or part of them, Scientific and Cultural Organization. I'm reading some notes because it was, of course, being the United Nations, way too long and complex. And they're talking about the World Heritage Convention. So what are these UNESCO heritage sites? Okay, so until the end of 2004, and I got to read it so I don't mess up, World Heritage Sites were selected on the basis of 6 cultural and 4 natural criteria. With the adoption of revised standards, they added 4 more standards. So, of course, I know it's a little bit complex, but I mean, if you go down, if you Google UNESCO heritage sites and you start clicking down, you'll be blown away how many places on the planet you can go totally check out. So when I was traveling in Ireland, for instance, we're traveling around, we're checking, think, I gotta make sure to check out the UNESCO heritage sites. Got to see 2 of them. One is the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, way out there, totally cool hexagonal structures. And the other one, I can't pronounce it. I'll leave a link to it. I know it's embarrassing. I don't even want to mess it up because my Irish Gaelic is 0. But they have an ancient dolmen site where it's a burial tomb, and Ireland's loaded with cool ancient stuff. But only one of those sites is registered as a UNESCO heritage site. Probably the most famous one in England is definitely Stonehenge. I haven't been there yet. When I was headed for India, I just didn't have enough time to get there. I try and get everything in I can, but let me go through the selection criteria and I'll just read the first few words. 1 is to represent a masterpiece of the human creative genius. When people put the stone markers up at Stonehenge, how long ago was that? Did they have 100-ton cranes? Nope. Nobody has a clue. The pyramids of Giza. People are still trying to figure out how they built that stuff. 2, to exhibit an important interchange of human values, span over time, multicultural. Yeah. What value does this site add? 3, to bear some exceptional testimony to traditions of civilization. 4, to be an outstanding type of building. There are lots of buildings. Like, I love the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, but at least last time I looked, it's actually not on there. The Chartres Cathedral, I'm trying my French here, in France, I've been to it once. It is freaking incredible. That Chartres Cathedral is just that blue. If you've ever had a box of Crayola, and one of the pictures, one of the colors is Chartres. That's Chartres, yeah. And that is a cathedral, and that blue is particularly made from a special chemical that was very expensive. It hasn't been used really since in stained glass in the medieval era because it's just so expensive, but it is spectacular. 5, to be an outstanding example use of human settlement, land, or sea use. Oh yeah. 6, 5, 6. To be directly tangible or associated with events of living tradition, beliefs, or outstanding significance. 7, to contain superlative natural phenomenon. 8, to be outstanding examples of major stages in Earth's history, geologic. 9, to be outstanding or represent ongoing ecological or biological processes. And 10, to contain the most important and significant habitats for in situ conservation of biological diversity. Now, all of those are criteria to get onto these World Heritage sites. Say that 3 times as fast. Now, one of the challenges with some of these heritage sites is they are in war-torn countries. So if you look at that World Heritage map, and I'll copy it and put it on the back, and I'll blur it, just letting you know, and I'll put a link below to the World Heritage website. Some of them are marked in red because they're in Syria, Iraq, Iran, or not Iran, where else? Mozambique, there's one other. Yemen, I don't know if they've got one, but check out the map. And unfortunately, these are very threatened sites, just like the freaking Taliban and nutcases who blew up that huge statue in Afghanistan. Gosh, dang it. You know, okay, yeah, your religion's against statues and of gods, but oh my gosh. Look, have somebody come in and ship it out and take it away. Get out of your country. So some of these heritage sites are extremely threatened and endangered. Places in Rome, the Colosseum, in Greek, the Pantheon. There's several locations. Those are totally safe, at least for now. Go back to World War II. There's a good chance they could have been blown to smithereens. So some of these sites you probably can't safely go to. I mean, are any tourists volunteering to go to Syria? Nope. Tajikistan, pretty hard to get into. You're going to tourist to North Korea? I don't know if there's anything there. The terracotta warriors in China, totally accessible, threatened by pollution. So when you think of, hey, where do I want to go where I'm going to have a spectacular experience and I'm going to see the best of the best in the world, the World Heritage sites, you cannot go wrong. I have never, ever, ever been disappointed by going there. So there's a book out, and I'll put a link. I'm going to make notes as I'm thinking along. The 1,000 Places book, You Go Before You Die, and the Unesco book. I'll put links below on your phone. Where's my phone? Yeah, click the little down arrow below in the YouTube video. Click that thing, and you'll see the links and how you can subscribe to my channel below. All those sort of things. So whenever you're traveling, you're thinking, where do I want to go? Where should I start my world experience? In America, America actually has quite a few World Heritage sites. I'll put the link to the map and you can check it out. It's pretty cool. Now, interestingly, many places that you think should be on the World Heritage site aren't. Yellowstone, at least the last map that I looked at, this is always changing. Yellowstone wasn't, or maybe it was added. Yosemite wasn't. I don't know if the Grand Canyon is. There are lots of places where how come they don't have my special whatever? Well, just remember when you get to 10,000 or so sites, they start becoming unspecial or they lose their speciality, however you say that. So when you think about, oh, I'm going to go to Nicaragua, or I'm going to go to Madagascar, or I'm going to go to India or something. Taj Mahal, yeah, Taj Mahal, baby. Woo, yeah, finally got that site down off the list. I mean, there are just some spectacular places around the world. So this is Aaron's travel day hint, just to give you an idea. If you're trying to think, hey, I want to use my passport, bust that sucker out, go around the planet, and I want to experience the best of the best. Like motivational speaker, I want to be the best of the best. How do you do that? You utterly cannot go wrong if you decide, hey, you know, I'm just going to travel around and go to different countries and see World Heritage Sites. There are 1,073 of them. I mean, it's crazy. I found the book just recently. There's a woman who's been to all 193 countries. She was on some TV shows and decided to, and she's like 27. It was totally awesome. I was very inspired. I don't know how she funded it. I got to figure that out. I need to get more work here, but just if you want to have the most spectacular experience of your whole life, travel ostensibly forever and see these sites, UNESCO World Heritage Sites are the best to go to. The 1,000 places to go before you die, totally good too. The crossing isn't totally perfect, so I'm just talking about UNESCO right now. But believe me, if you want to have the best travel experience in sightseeing, not maybe in food or anything else, go to UNESCO Heritage Site. You will never be disappointed. I would say even I promise. My name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer, professional traveler, and motivational speaker. If you need somebody to come talk about grit, courage, or attitude about how to overcome adversity, I'm your man. If you need somebody to talk about safety and risk management in a positive aspect where you come away thinking, yeah, I love it, I'm your man. Check out the link below. Please like and comment on my video. Subscribe to the channel below. Please support me on Venmo, PayPal, and Patreon. Thank you and happy traveling.